Hey guys, how are we doing today? I'm George and welcome back to a brand new video, and for this video is going to be the Swindon sound creator on my channel. And yes guys, we are back. This is episode 13. Now you could think the episode 13, as in the number 13, will be a kind of a bad luck number for the episode. And to be honest, it was an average, very poor episode. Probably one of the most poor episodes I've ever had on career mode, I'm not going to lie. But we are obviously still in the January transfer window. We did bring in a couple of players. I believe we brought in Jonathan Lecco, or Lecco, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to pronounce it. But still, he's come into the side. We signed him last episode, or, like the last little bit of the episode, last episode. So, there is still players we want to get. We still want to get a new goalkeeper. Obviously, you know, we are still playing Will Henry, which is fair enough. You know, I know he's only 48 rated, but it's good to have him in the side, obviously. It's just he's 48 rated, and obviously we need a new goalkeeper because Lawrence Figueroa's out for 3 months, so he's going to miss the majority of the second half of the season anyway, really. Obviously, we have lost, you know, our main striker in Obika for 7 months, guys. 7 months is absolutely just dreadful, but we do face Stevenage at home in the it's technically the final, but we basically have to play this game, and then if obviously over the course of 2 legs, and then obviously if we win, we either face Southend or Millwall, but we have to get past Stevenage first over the course of 2 legs. And I was feeling quite confident because I felt like Stevenage, you know, I thought we can get past them quite easily, but they were a very good side, honestly, and we kind of needed to take the lead. But Osolabe gets the ball here to find Luke Norris, but it just goes past the post. Obviously Luke Norris and D'Alfonso will be probably leaving the club because we are looking to part ways, do a deal with Norris and D'Alfonso to bring in a couple of players. But Lecco actually does make the start here, and Luke Norris actually scores another goal for us to make it 1-0 just before half-time. But literally just before half-time, we tried to play it out from the back, but it doesn't really plan out the way we wanted it to, because, you know, I don't know what I was trying to do there. It was my own fault. But they do get a chance literally in the 45th minute, literally like the last kick of the game, of the first half, and they will swing the ball in here eventually. They will pass the ball away, and they're just looking for looking for an opening. Not really the best defending from me. I'm not sure why I'm not kind of just closing them down, but they do make it 1-1 in the 45th minute. Very shambolic defending just overall. Like, I try to play out from the back. If I just hoofed the ball upfield, it would have been 1-0 at half time. It would have, you know, and we would have went in, you know, 1-0 up, obviously. But, you know, obviously squad depth is still a massive issue, so Dolberg cannot obviously play every game because, you know, we have a Saturday-Tuesday game at the moment because obviously these fixtures and stuff like that, and obviously games are getting rescheduled. But they do make it 2-1 in the 59th minute, and I was thinking this is just, like, we played poor second half as well, guys. We couldn't really get going. We had a couple of opportunities, though, but they had the majority of the opportunities, and they kept the ball possession well. We just couldn't really get anything going. Ever since we conceded to make it 1-1, we were very poor. I was trying to play it out from the back. I was trying to play risky passes that I shouldn't have done. They could have made it 3-1 there, but it was another really good save by Will Henry. And that is unfortunately how it goes, guys. So we do lose 2-1 in the first leg at home against Stevenage in the Checkatrade Trophy final. It's weird because it's like a final, but we got to play one more. Like, we had to play one more game to go to another game, which to me is just weird. I don't understand why. I don't get it. But obviously I would have liked to win this game, but unfortunately we lose 2-1. Massive shame, really. You know, they kind of dominated us all the whole game, but a new goalkeeper come in for 300,000 plus Luke Norris. I felt like it's the best deal for us. He's got very good potential. He's got plus 80 potential, which is fantastic. And we are looking for another striker as well. So I did put a few bids in just as a straight swap deal for Nathan D'Alfonso. Lookman as well. We looked at him, which is quite weird because his last name's Lookman. And we go for this Amang guy. Now, I felt like it would have been a good signing for us, but again, those deals looks like they won't happen because, you know, I was trying to bargain my way in, you know, pretty much in the deadline day pretty much, and I had to kind of think, well, I've got 850,000 to spend. Obviously, I could have alterated the budget because I don't need 52,000 on a wage budget. It was kind of my own fault, really. I felt like, you know, if I had a little bit more time, I could have get the players in that I wanted to. But these 2 deals looks like not going to happen. But we do ask for 1 million from Wigan for Nathan D'Alfonso. I felt like, why not? You know, let's just see if they would accept it, because then we get more money, and hopefully we can try and get the other 2 just as they, like, just, you know what I mean? But he wasn't interested in the player, and we didn't give him enough money for Lookman and Amang, which is a bit of a shame. But we are looking for one more striker, and I guess it was more of like a panic buy. It was my own fault. I wanted to bring in another striker because I couldn't get along with Norris or D'Alfonso, so I felt like a new striker was needed regardless, and I was going to get rid of him regardless. But we throw in a couple more bids, but like I said, it's probably not going to happen. Which is, again, it's just one of those things where that's just the way it's going to be. But we look at Joel Asoro from Sunderland. Now I did put an £800,000 bid let's just see what happens, I guess, with that. And I think I actually put D'Alfonso in, which is a bit too much. I think I overpaid for this guy, because you will see here that you actually accept it, and he does accept the contract. So we do get this guy in. And like the main aim for this, like to get rid of D'Alfonso, was to get the less wages, but Asoro is actually on double the amount of wages as D'Alfonso. So I've kind of did a panic buy there. It's kind of my own fault. Hopefully he can do well for me. He's got some decent potential again. He's got decent pace, decent strength. You know, he's pretty decent overall. But hopefully he can do well for us. But I still think I kind of panic buy just a little bit, really. But that's just the way it's going to have to be, I guess. You can see like all the transfers that happened on deadline day through all the clubs. If you guys want to, check that out, obviously I've left it on the screen so you guys can see. But honestly, it wasn't the best transfer window for me. I felt like I could have done more. And hopefully now we can kind of kick on a little bit. I just felt like I said, I've obviously panic bought the players that I wanted to bring in, and the players I wanted to bring in I didn't buy and I didn't get. So I kind of thought, well, I'm going to have to put, the last roll of the dice here. And unfortunately, we get Asoro and Lico, and that's pretty much about it, really. But we still obviously have the goalkeeper as well. He's 64 rated, 17 years old, a very, very good goalkeeper. Maybe Vigouroux will come out next season. It just depends. Maybe he could, maybe Vigouroux would be a bench player, I guess. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. And obviously, like I said, we still have youth squads as well. Like, we still have some youth players that we can bring through over the course of the season. So hopefully we can get some more youth squad players in the squad. Obviously, that's the whole point. Leiko is actually a 66 rated right winger, but he can play at cam and striker as well, which is good. Asoro 64 rated, again, looks pretty good, obviously with a decent acceleration and finishing and stuff like that. Hopefully he can do well for us. And we do sign a youth squad player. His name's Declan Cooper. He's a right back. He's actually a better player than Brad Barry, so I still think the right back situation is fine now, because Cooper's got some decent potential. I think he's got like 94 potential, I believe. I'm not too sure. But I know he's got decent potential, and eventually when Furlong actually leaves the club at the end of the season, Cooper will be my main right back anyway, so I don't have to look for a right back, but a left back might be needed in the summer, because obviously we have, as you can see there, we have to play Connor Thomas at left back, because I'm not really getting along with Brophy either. I know I think it's because his overall and his stats don't really reflect the player of his caliber. But still, like, I had to play Thomas at left back this game because I didn't want to play Brophy and Boo was tired. So I felt like let's just try and change left back position and all that kind of good stuff like that. But we do play Port Vale in our next game and our final game of today's episode, because like the transfer window's done now, so we can focus on the games. But the reason why I put 2 games in this episode is because obviously the transfers was the main kind of priority in this episode, obviously. We are still sat top of the table. I believe Port Vale was sat in 9th in this game. They are playing a 4-2-3-1. A very, very strong formation against any side. I think eventually I might have to... I think that the main thing with me this year, especially in this career mode, is that I haven't found my formation yet, and I still haven't really found it, really. Like, I am playing a 4-2-2-2. I'm going for the 4-2-3-1. I'm kind of playing, like, the formations that I'm using in Ultimate Team. But we do go 1-0 down from a very, very good strike. Not really the best goalkeeper, in my opinion, from the from the debut Belgium guy. Eventually, I'll try and pronounce his name, but honestly, I'm really, really poor at pronouncing names regardless. But obviously, it's not really the best start because we lost against Stevenage, and it looks like we're going to be losing against Port Vale, but there's plenty of times to get back into it. Doughty takes a shot there, just goes past the post, and it's a massive shame, really, because, again, we were playing very, very poor. Again, like, it seems like episode 13 is an unlucky number for me because, like, the games in this episode just didn't go my way. I know we're still sat top of the table, which is good, but still, it's just not good enough because I kind of still want to obviously win the league, and obviously, we still got plenty of games left to go, we're still in, we're just going into February now, so we've still got plenty of games left to go. But this is where we need to kick on a little bit and hopefully just try and get the points gap away from Charlton, obviously. And obviously that's the main aim. Obviously we are playing Charlton today in the league, obviously in real life. So, you know, it's going to be one of those things where it would be nice to get the win today. It's obviously on Sky Sports. So, yeah, if you guys are going, let me know. So, yeah, so in this game, we did make a couple of changes and stuff like that because, you know, I just couldn't get in the game at all. Like, I just felt like the game was against me in a way. Obviously it wasn't. It kind of was in a way, but I will blame the game. But still, like, it's just I was playing poor FIFA in this sitting, obviously, and I couldn't really find my feet in this game, and even in the last game and stuff like that. I wouldn't say it's the transfer's fault that I brought in, but Emery Moore pretty much should have scored this. Like, I don't understand how he's not scored that. He's through one-on-one, goes past the post, and it's just the way it's going to have to go, obviously. But we try to get back into it, but again, they just keep pressuring us, and we couldn't just deal with the pressure. My defending was poor for the past couple of games, and it really is in this game. Obviously, you'll see in a minute. Like, I don't really know where my defenders are going. I'm just trying to, like, not tackle, which is the whole point of, like, getting the ball back. You're supposed to tackle your players, George. You know what I mean? Well, tackle their players, not your own players. But still, we're going to get one more opportunity in the 81st minute as Emery Morse gets past his man here, and he will swing the ball in like a low cross. Keeper makes a good save, but we hit the post, and it's just like we lose the game. Like, we had we had enough opportunities to score, but we didn't score, and unfortunately we do lose 1-0 against Port Vale. So we lose 2-1 at Stevenage, and we lose 1-0 to Port Vale. Not the best episode, but our first game of the next episode is against Stevenage in the second leg. So hopefully we can get the win there, but we shall wait and see. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching the video, guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new on it, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. So anyway, guys, have a good day, and I will speak to you guys very soon. So anyway, guys, have a good day, and goodbye.